Welcome back to the Rolling Oldies. I'm Lonnie,
Gary.
and we are again at Team Took Open Mat class. So if you hear thing in the background, it's just the players rolling. For this video, we wanted to touch on some adjustments that we have to make, that we've learned that we have to make in certain positions, or to get into certain positions, or to get in certain submissions, or to do certain moves. So to start, I think you want to talk about triangles.
Yes, triangles. At our age, and let's get it straight. We're not old.
Yeah.
But at our age, there are certain positions that are a lot harder to get into. Triangles, for one. How many of you all have to go a few steps further to get into your triangles, or you just don't do them at all because of hip dexterity and it hurts?
Yeah.
These are some of the positions.
So, yeah, we got enough room. Yeah, we can see it. Okay. All right, so start off, and let's say you get into what, you want the arm?
Yeah.
Okay, so the over. All right, so let's say you get an over, and you get into sort of like a side lock, right? So he's gonna rotate and get kind of in a side lock position. So what do you guys have to do? All right, so from here, go ahead. He's going to do his triangle, what he has to do. So he's got to get that hip. So this is it. See that? You see that? Let's come back one second. See it right there. To clear this leg, see how he's got to pull his knee to his chest.
All the way up.
That's what we get, at our age, that's kind of what we have to do sometimes. So where is where is that extra step for other people?
You have to come over.
Yeah. Is it this? Is it here? Is it this entry for this first leg to get that pinch? Is it the opening wide to get the foot on the hip? What is it you guys have to do too? Because for you, it's this piece right here. It's you got to get
all the
on
way
the hip
out
and open all the way up to be able to clear this arm.
Because this leg does not come,
come
all the way back up.
Yeah, and to be honest, I'm the same way. I had the same limitation on that knee getting to my chest.
If you have a bigger opponent and his shoulders are wider, it's harder for your hips and your thighs to open up and spread. You'll end up causing yourself an injury. Not saying not to do it. We're just saying.
Yeah, we're just
what do you have to do?
And we're curious. Other guys kind of men and women our age, what do they have to do to overcome that? Because that triangle is tough. It's especially when you're coming in that tight position where you're in with somebody, and so you got the knee shield, right? And now you're trying to, they reach and you get that underhook. How far out do you got to usually have to come to get this leg in that first reach, right? For me, it's a two-step process, and same sound like with him too. So I don't know. We're just curious.
I did that move several weeks ago, and when I came around to do it, I ended up pulling my hip.
Yes, exactly.
I just had to
extend
stop.
my hip.
I had extended my hip, and I had stretched. I had warmed up, but I asked one of the other professors, and he said, "Well, generally." That's not a big man's move.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things that you have to really train and really practice at it.
And usually you're long. I've got longer legs, right? Usually that kind of would be my game, right? But with the lack of dexterity in my hip flexors, which, obviously is something I can work on, right? Yes, I agree. But I'm working on it every day, and it just doesn't come like a younger person. The progress doesn't come like a younger person, and there will be limits, right? There's just because my body has not done it for 30 years like some other people, but anyway.
Would you take the triangle or the arm bar?
Yeah, right. So I get in that position. I'm going to try really hard for a sweep and just get it over. I'm not going to be trying to get my hips up by my face. It's just not trying to do that. So, yeah, that's a tough one. The triangle. Okay, so the another one is the pre-existing condition, right? So I got disc disease. A lot of pressure on my lower back is tough for me. So a big thing for me is when somebody's trying to pressure me. So somebody gets inside control, and they're coming down, and they're, they first start kind of, if their knees are up, right? There's really not a lot of pressure, and kind of deal with it. But if they extend their knees and they go toes up and really push their chest into my chest, a lot of times that'll radiate through my bottom back, my lower back as well. So I'll have to kind of do a little mini bridge, right? And people, when they'll realize I'm doing this, may not know why. It's to take that pressure off my lower back, right? It's to put all the pressure onto my chest, which I feel stronger and safer, doing. And it's kind of a weird thing I have to do, but it's something I really have to do, is just kind of that little bridge. Then if I want to do a formal bridge to get out, I still have to kind of drop it and then go, So, but that's just me, right?
Actually, I do the same thing because it brings a little bit more air up into your chest to be able to breathe. Because let's face it, you're going to be rolling with younger training partners, and there are things that we have to do that generally they don't. So,
yeah.
Just that little tidbit of lifting your behind up to get that pressure off your lower back.
It's funny how big of a difference it is too.
Yes,
just that little lift.
Yeah.
Just helps so much.
Lose that pressure, and also off the spine, off the chest.
Absolutely.
Gives you air in your lungs. So
yeah,
just
cool.
be mindful.
All right, so it's another one. So the pressure. Butterfly. Oh, another hard one. That's reminds me of talking about. That's the other one. Anyway. So butterfly. Okay, so let's say start and close. Okay, let's say we start and close guard. Let's scoot back a little bit. Center. All right. So scoot back a little bit. I'm sorry, I was talking to myself. My bad. So I'm trying to get into, let's say, a scissor sweep, not Swizzer sweep, not a Swisher sweep. No, I don't smoke anymore. But a scissor sweep position. So I'm going to get that knee right, and so I've got to push pull on the knee. And I'm kind of going for that scissor. Well, say he spreads his knees and he's lowering his base, and I can't load him up, right? So from here, let's say I want to get that butterfly foot in. So usually I'm here kind of going back and forth. For me, I have to, one of two things I have to do. I have to stretch way out, right, to be able to get that hook in, which generally the younger players don't have to do. They can just kind of, from here, they can just kind of do that rotate, that spin around, and boom, and then get the hook. It irritates the hell out of me. But anyway, for me, I have to get on the leg and make some room, right, with that foot on either on the hip or on the knee, to kind of make some room to get that hook in. So that's another tough one for me, where I have to take that extra step. So let me know what you guys think. What do you have to do to get that hook in? I got longer legs as well. I don't really play the butterfly guard game that much. I mean, if I see it open, I mean, I'll try to get the hook just to do the sweep, but that's
I'm having that problem as well.
Tough one for me.
And I'm trying to play that game, and it is very hard to get the legs in, to bring your leg in when you have your hips pulling from here. And
you get the rotation too, right? So you're here and you're kind of rotating out. It's that whole, you're really moving that whole joint, right? It's just, sometimes it's brutal.
I'm not complaining. We're just trying to.
I'm complaining. I'm just saying. I'm complaining.
Tell us your thoughts of what you all have to do. Some of the things that you all have to do in the comments.
Yep. I think before we leave on this topic, just found this last week. Figured this out. Another thing I can't do is from the stand-up game. So somebody's doing, they get this sleeve. Oh, we gotta kind of come out a little bit. There we go. So they get this sleeve, and they grab this same side collar, and they're doing this whip drag thing. The younger guys do this to me all the time. It really irritates the crap out of me. But anyway, so they do this, and they whip their body around, and they step out, and they do the hurdle fall kind of thing. So the hurdle fall and throw the person, right? And then they get back up. They fight to get back up on top, right? Well, they're limber, they're athletic. That move is easy for them. when I get down, my momentum takes me down with somebody. This is not an easy position for me to get up to quickly.
Yeah.
My hips, my whole body, it's just not, right? So the adjustment I have to make to that is I have to pull harder and push through harder because I'm going to fall into S mount. So I'm going to go, instead of the hurdle, I'm going to do here and fall into S mount. So I'm kind of staying up, right? I have to do that because that's the only way I can recover and stay on top. So I have to really push through and pull harder than your typical person has to do. They can use their body weight and kind of swing, and then they use that, they pull themselves up. I'm not able to do that.
That 90 split.
It's that
trying to
bringing
move those hips
bringing
up.
this whole lower body up quick with me is not something I'm prepared to do right now. So
that's where the core strength comes in.
yeah,
That's
and
where
the
that-
hips, the hip
yeah.
dexterity comes in, and all that. So it's
Stretching.
yeah.
and
So it's that whole, it's a
recovery.
full body, right? It's a full body pull. So it's easier for me.
We just went over that, and we
Yeah,
both had
just
to
last
make
week.
that adjustment this week.
That's right. Yeah. So yeah, that's what you guys think of. There's certain positions that you have to do extra steps in, and we'll keep talking about these as we go along. Certain things we'll get in different positions and we'll realize,
Yeah.
we have to change this, right? We have to adjust this. So
And we do make adjustments right then and there at training.
absolutely. So we just got to
Because-
remember to write them down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we can share them with you guys. But yeah. So is that anything else? No. Okay. I think we're good.
That's it.
Well, see you next time. This is the Rolling Oldies. I'm Lonnie.
Gary?
Later.